Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, everyone. I'm Brian, and we finished chapter 2 in the last episode. So now we're going to go into episode 3 and see where it goes from there. We were able to save all the kids and stuff like that. We even saved ourselves. The only one that got injured was Rosalina. But I think she'll be okay. Hopefully her leg didn't get crushed and she doesn't need like an amputation or like a prosthetic or something like that. But I guess we'll find out. So let's keep going. Let's have some fun. Continue. Let's just see a recap before starting episode 3. No. You know I want to do it anyways. Trade. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask. We won't have any more problems. But then we cause problems. And it was all Stella's fault. But I don't blame her exactly entirely for that. Stella takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset! Wow, that's some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. Diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my text, and I want to make sure she didn't get into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through the hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. She did. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the shaman, that place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? No, I'm in a meeting. A kid just stuck into the shaman. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. Ah! Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. Wait a second. Where'd the three of you run off to? Are you kidding me? There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Masamune, are you alright? Wait! Becca and Alexis are still down there! You can't just leave them here! I know which way they were going! They'll listen to you this time, I promise! Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shaman, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified. Okay. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as your eyes flit open. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. That's something. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the straw mine still stuck on your skin. Take a shower. You get all that muck and grime off those anyways. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. Water is hot. Surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot. Washes down the drain, you think about Rosalina's shared leg and the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. Scrub feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst yet to come. Think about Wayne, and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. Think about someone special. Think about finally getting out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. I don't think I'm doing any of that. I don't know, I guess if it were me the day after, this is probably what would be in my head. Think about Rosalina's shattered leg, the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. You're done here. You're done here. Turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. And we go naked running through the town. Time to start your day. Let's check on Dustin. See how he's doing. Dustin has a friend. There are two of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name Mom. She come to visit. I Dustin Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for taking care of my boy. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. They just try to survive. Just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I had a rough night. Can you console me? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster wants to eat Dustin, Cat Monster has to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature. You gotta go. Bye. Okay. Nah, that's that. Let's look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. You breathe a sigh of relief. Nothing's out there watching you. At least nothing you can see. Turn back. Turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Message your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Pull out your phone and open up your group with chat with Stella and Kanika. Well, what's the game plan? Yo, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. Can't wait to ghost bust tonight. I get to meet Reese today! Send a photo of a pained old man. Yo, I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. I feel like there's something I would say. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's text Stella. Pull out your phone and text Stella. How you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Text Kanika. How you holding up? Simple. Probably a bit before you get it. Okay, head downstairs. Done everything you've wanted to up here. It's not such a day. Who the hell are you, and what have you done with Tabitha? Is this Tabitha? Oh wait, there's Tabitha right here. Whoops. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought maybe Tabitha went ahead and like braided her hair and stuff like that, and I figured maybe it was a weekend or something. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy his bed. Oh, this is probably the maid, right? Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Bonjour, Frou-Frou. Yes, I knew she would look at me weird. Bonjour. Sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. Well, I love you, Frou-Frou, so screw you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see you talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are. The opossums in my drawer told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. This place is infested with those things. Aw, be nice. I think they're cute. Anyway, nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? Out with it. I don't want any of this talking animal nonsense. I'm sticking with my dress of a possum story. I can talk to animals, you know. Look, I found this gory boot print in the garden yesterday, and now the dresser of possums telling me there's a squatter. Look, I found the gory boot print in the garden yesterday. I'm sticking with my dress of a possum story. I can talk to animals, you know. Sure you can. Hi, I'm Masamune. Good morning. I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Masamune. Both Miss Pearline and Miss Tabitha have talked about you. Janie, don't swell his ego any. It's already big enough as it is. So much. But hearing about someone and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family. So happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Hey, cuz, how's it hanging? You're chipper for someone who was almost crushed under a mountain of rock last night. As if a mere mountain could crush me. I've got a new lease on life. There's no better way to feel alive than by lying to yourself and burying your trauma. As if a mere mountain could crush me. Tabitha looks you up and down. She shrugs. Fair enough, but it's not really about that, is it? They had to take that little girl's... Oh, no! Oh, man! Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, and the Scarlet gives a container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible has wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Okay. Hold on, you can't just tell me Rosalie lost foot and let move on like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on. Let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. Now, shall we go? Or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Fair. But I haven't had breakfast! Should have thought about that before sleeping in so late. God damn it, you're just like a mother. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Jenny approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Masamune, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and when I heard it again, I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. Such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Thanks. Last night was a lot. You don't need to talk to anyone. My husband is a local pastor. He's a gentle man and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir crazy ever since we moved here with nobody really attending sermons. He'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Having a priest on a deal seems handy. With everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. Having a pastor on speed dial is always handy. Debatable. And my Daniel is a wonderfully talented pastor. Also debatable. Enough dawdling. We're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride town is uneventful. Your car is unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're here. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. You better not go anywhere else. I'm gonna go and I'll beat you so bad. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know. The kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it is called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends. Jeez, what? I thought we were going to have a bonding moment here. What if I'm a tea connoisseur? I'm not, but... Shouldn't we be solving a mystery right now? After everything that's happened the past few days, it's nice just to go on an errand. A mystery? What mystery? The events of last night are pretty cut and dried. Like, come on. Is it more believable that the Shaw mine collapsed because of mysterious unforeseen forces? Or is it more believable that it collapsed because it was a condemned mine that was unsuitable for human beings? What about that weird thing we saw in there that made us go crazy? People like Stella turn to conspiracy theories of the supernatural because they can't handle the truth. That our world is ruled by chaotic forces that don't follow any kind of logical pattern. Bad things can happen to good people and suddenly, and for no reason. You choose to accept that, or you can live in denial. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay? Keep calling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. Yeah, true strength comes from being able to crush your opponent into a giant ball! You cannot get stronger if you do not fight. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. Being able to pick things up, put them down, doesn't make you an expert on strength of character. Wow. I feel like this is a moment. We're having a moment here. We're bonding. This is good. This is amazing. This is awesome. Come on already. Let's go. The bells of the General Bell Store chimes as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Masamune, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. So your daughter pre-married, Sybil. Can I go with you? I like the tea room. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Can I have some tea? Is Nico okay? Of course. She just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out safe okay. Several moments for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. So Miles, before I can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of the bells announcing another patron. Or in this case, another 2 patrons. Well, powerful build. You've never seen the man out before, besides you before, but whoever he is Berg. If it ain't Masamune, Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. He was there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. I've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. How's Birdie doing? Oh, she's hanging in there. We managed to cut that little critter out of her and stitch her back up. She ain't happy about her situation. We got her set up in a closet with a heat lamp. We're trying to feed her all her favorite foods, scrambled eggs and whatnot, but she hasn't been too interested. You're literally feeding her children! I wonder why she's not happy. At least she's not out in that woods. They've gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened up in the mines last night. So sorry to hear about poor little Rosalina. Scarlet Hollow ain't so safe this week, it would seem. How have you been? Hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. Now we know what's been getting at the chickens. Them things won't so much step foot on my property. Now with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready, we even shut the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we was watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off another 200-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. Not like we'll be taking her to State Fair anyway. Now she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't think Mom has a tin can big enough for her Big Betty-sized pot, Daddy. Who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. He probably spits the name. Some cousin, however many times removed, though I don't claim him as kin. He owns a farm next to ours. Timmy doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. I think he owns half our land. I was sneaking around taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him, saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss. He knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Those things we saw on Monday are called ditch things. Are they, and they're a bad omen? Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folk tale. Suppose that suits him. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarned some kind of disaster. Besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Masamune. Have you seen any of them around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those critters. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We all been losing sleep, making sure we can keep an eye on things. Been rubbing off on the hands. None of the little ladies have been laying this week. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. Seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. Got enough mouths to feed. As much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'll be me cleaning up after. Besides, I don't have much faith those things will be stopped by a dog. Now I saw more than a few in that nest. Nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Masamune. We best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm, what with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. Yeah, have a good one. Hope Scott Hart will treat you better from now on. Nice meeting you, Masamune. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Shuffle off into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. Meet at library after figure out plan. Also, oh my god, you gotta tell me all about it. The Tabitha bonding. The last thing I need to hear is anything that humanizes that woman. And then it buzzes again. Hey again, hello. If you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. And then it buzzes again. Somebody with business morning. Slide into the DMs, are we? If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. Hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Listen, Tabitha, this is all your fault. You left me to my devices. So yeah, I'm gonna swing by Stella's. Bye, Tabitha. Doesn't take long. She's gonna be so mad at me. I hope she knows where I am. She's gonna text me. Hi, Stella! Your shout is immediately met by the yelps of an excited Gretchen. He's here, Stella! He's here! An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from her doorway. Oh, Gretchen, you look so cute! What a cute little doggo. She looks so happy too. Her tail is wagging to be wagging. She seems tired. Hey, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in a lot. Can't make to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. Stella talks from the other room as she changes. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes? Eggs and biscuit? Maybe it's a classic scramble? How's that toaster waffles if that's more your speed? I may have already had my breakfast, but that won't stop me from partaking in whatever scraps may fall to the floor, of course. Oh, those offers sound incredible. It's like you know the weight of my heart. Offering biscuits after I've had one at Winnie's? Someone's got a secret family recipe, huh? Unpacked biscuits, please. Can't go wrong with a scramble. Don't trouble yourself. A toaster waffle is fine by me. Can you pick something for me? I don't want the burden of free will. I'm not actually that hungry. I gotta explore this. Maybe. I never said they'd be as good as Winnie's, but I've certainly got a trick or two up my sleeve. Well, that's incredible. It's like you know the weight of my heart. What can I say? Great minds think alike. Alright then. Let's see what you've got. Biscuits it is. Excellent. You won't be disappointed. We can make them together. Ah, this is like a cute little lovey-dovey couple thing to do. I used to have a jumpsuit just like Stella's, but I'm afraid mine has been torn to shreds from years of use. Alright, let's get started. That's a cute jumpsuit. Is a jumpsuit because we're ghost hunting later? I mean... what the hell, why not? It's a cute jumpsuit. It most certainly is, isn't it? I don't really see how that's flirting, but hey, what the hell. Aw, thanks. I kind of picked it out just for you. The It's usually my lucky getup from back when I didn't ghost hunting videos. Though I guess you might call it unlucky, since I've never actually seen a ghost. I saw ghosts! I saw ghosts right above you spinning around while you were just looking down at us and wondering if we were okay. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. The kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Don't want to jinx us. Should we start the food? I'm starving. Hell yeah, let's do it. You have to tell me what. Yeah, let's do it. Biscuits from scratch seem to intimidate a lot of people. But once you get it down, they're super quick and easy. How about you mix the butter into the dry ingredients while I get everything else ready? You got it, my dear. She hands you a bowl. You gotta get in there with your hands. Just squish the bar of flour until all the big chunks are gone. So where is it? My hands? Gross. Squish that mix! No worries, this is my first biscuit rodeo. Excellent. Or do you have someone experienced helping out in the kitchen? The two of us working together, maybe these will be good as dinner biscuits. Never quite been able to compete with that level of perfection on my own. Squish that mix! You get to work and start kneading the mix. I can start on the gravy while you're at it. Ooh, gravy. Spoil me. Anyway, you got an earlier start than I did today. That's because Tabitha's at the market still. I kind of ran away from her. Hope you don't mind. Anything interesting happened while I was asleep? Tabby give you a hard time? And have you heard anything from Oscar? I ran into Duke and Bo at the general store this morning. Oh yeah, how are they doing? Have they run any more dishlings? Looks like they're canceling their trip to the state fair. Yeah, a few. But they've been sending them up. They've been, yeah. Glad they're canceling their trip to the state fair. No, that's too bad. Probably for the best, all things considered, though. Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day, but I managed to slip off while she was picking up tea. I'm glad you're here. It's been really nice spending time with you. Even if a lot of it has been the two of us running in terror from the monster of the day. I'd probably prefer that you came alone. My Stella could use better company like yourself in her life. I haven't talked to Oscar yet, but apparently they had to ambulate Rosalina's foot. The color drains from Stella's face. Oh no. That poor pup. I hope I made things easier. Stella sat in the silence for a moment before perking up. Baked some cookies last night after we got home. I was a little restless. I'll bring them over today. I'm not sure what else I can even do. Though cleansing this house of its spiritual resident will probably be helpful too. But we haven't forgotten about our ghost hunting plans this evening. How are you still so positive after everything that's happened? Different people cope in different ways. There's nothing I can do about the situation, so I just tried to think about it. If I did, I might sink into a pit of despair, and then I'd be useless. But if I just tuck it all away, I can be there for people who need me. Like the way you've been there for folks this week. It's easy to mistake that feeling for strength, but it is a lie. Hey, Stella. Are you sure you're not just making this worse by letting them fester? You, roommate. You have a strong will. It's like you have these two giant brain biceps that shove all the bad feelings down into a dark hole where they die. Only the best and strongest feelings will survive in your mind palace. Thanks. It's a fun way to think about it. Just some really muscly dude in my subconscious fighting all my demons for me. I have a lot to thank that buff little guy for. He pauses for a moment. So, ghost hunting. Are you pumped? Whatever happens, I hope it's scary. I'm craving that adrenaline. I'm extremely pumped. Excellent, me too. If there's a ghost, hope he tries to communicate with us instead of scare us. I want to know what it's like to be dead, or if there are more ghosts out there. And hey, if this is anything like any other ghost hunt I've ever been on, it'll be a much appreciated breather. Unless you count Tommy knockers as ghosts. Or Wayne. Well, if y'all are excited, count me in on the enthusiasm. How's the squishy coming along? Silently hand the bowl to Stella. Eat some of the flowers. I think I'm done. How's it look? She reaches over and takes the bowl from you. Looks perfect. Now I just have to add the wet stuff and we're in business. Hell yeah. If you want to go ahead and wash your hands, I can take care of the rolling and folding. You wash your hands with Stella, adds her milk concoction to the flour mixture, stirring a few times before turning to the counter for the final step. Our little babies are ready to go in the oven. And if you don't mind, I'm going to make an egg for myself while we wait. Actually, can I have an egg too? Of course, the more the merrier. Hope you like over easy. Stella cracks an egg into a fresh pan and gets back to work on the stove. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It gets lonely here sometimes. I'm surprised to hear her say it, but it's true. It's so nice to finally see her have a caller again. So now people get that I can talk to animals. Anything you'd like to ask, Gretchen? Stella stops what she's doing for a moment to reflect on your offer. Now, isn't that a most fascinating prospect? What would I even have to say? And about what? No, that's an extremely generous offer. But I don't know if I want to pass my relationship with my dog through a translator. Definitely not that I don't trust you. We've only known each other for a few days, and you already mean a lot to me. Aw, isn't that... Just... I always wonder if diving into this too deeply would permanently change my relationship with her. The weekends and you go home, and I've grown too reliant on your powers. What if things don't go back to normal with her? I definitely want to hear her input on current events. I just don't know if I want to rewrite everything else. I must admit that after hearing her thought, I very much feel the same way. I can't imagine permanently changing something so fundamental to my relationship with my dear Stella. I know, that's probably wild coming from your resident supernatural hunter and friend, but Gretchen holds a special place in my heart. And you and mine, Stella. Tabitha. I'm sorry, okay, I got drinks. Ooh, wonderful. Why do you still bother with Tabitha? She's so mean to you. Why do you keep her acting like my cousin? It seems like she doesn't want you around, so, I mean, she's probably like that with everyone, but still, I'm sorry. I don't think that's true. She's distant, sure, and kind of terse. But I think it's just her way of joshing with me. So, like the whole band from the mind thing, she's so funny. I don't know why that she treats you like that. You deserve better. I know you think it's funny, but I'm not so sure. She should just talk to you. I don't know, maybe just leave her alone. I know. I wish she would. She's cut herself off from the rest of the world. The best I can do is be there for her in case she ever changes her mind. So, what exactly is your history with my cousin? Okay, I guess I can spill the beans. I suppose you could say we kind of dated. It's never really official, and she might tell it a little differently. But as far as I'm concerned, that was my first relationship. Not that she's my type or anything. Honestly, that's a lot closer to you. You still have feelings for her? In case I haven't made it blindly obvious, I'm interested in someone else. Talk about who I think you are talking about. I'm sure this feeling is mutual. Whoever you're interested in sure sounds lucky. Wait, are you interested in me? Look, Stella, I'm interested, but I don't know how I feel about being with my cousin's ex. So, you play for the left field then? Oh. Wait, are you talking about me? Maybe. What was it like dating her? She's hilarious, and I don't know how to explain what draws you to somebody. I like the challenge of breaking down all those walls she's built up around herself. It was kind of like taming a wild animal, you know? But it all just kind of stopped after high school. I guess we didn't see each other every day. She was always busy at the mine, so there wasn't much of a chance to hang out anymore. I wish we could have stayed friends, like actual friends. Could have used someone like her here after the big accident. Kanika was at school already. Reese was sick. Tabitha wouldn't even return my calls. It was, lost ancient history. Can't change the past. You think what happened to your parents? Do you think you'll ever leave? Do you think you'll always live here? Have you thought of moving away? It's hard to say. This house means a lot to me. This town means a lot to me. I haven't had to think about where to live or where to go. But I guess I could see myself leaving for the right reasons. Or for the right person. You and Kanika seem really close. Yeah, it's not that she's back in town. I wish we were under better circumstances. She's so busy with the store, too. I don't know how she does it. It's been nice hanging out with her more the past couple of days. How do I go ahead and, get rid of this? Though, again, better circumstances would be nice. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not. Nope. Do I do this? Aha! Figured it out. Yes. So, we're actually gonna meet Reese today, right? Heck yeah, we are. After Kelly tries to turn us away again, we can just sneak in. Nothing will stand in the way of us and friendship. Like. I'm not about to ruin a cool and mysterious introduction by telling you. I think you'll like him, though. You sure he's real? Contagious. His mom's got it rough. Let's leave it at that. You're lonely. Why not hang out with Avery? Oh, that's a good question. I guess I just don't know them very well. I grew up with Reese, Kanika, and Tabby. Even you don't seem like a stranger. Well, with who you're related to. Avery moved here a few years ago. Kind of close on the heels for all that stuff with the accident. So I guess I wasn't really in the right headspace for making new friends. I do go to their parties. Now that you mention it, it is weird that I haven't thought to try and hang out with them outside of that. I should text them sometime. How's food coming? Timer goes off and Stella excitedly pops open the oven, pulling out a tray of delectable biscuits. Funny you should ask. Looks like we're done here. And with that, breakfast is served. If the two of you wouldn't mind saving me just a couple of scraps, that meal smells absolutely delectable. Oh yeah, that's a fresh biscuit, alright. Still not as good as the diners, but if I could capture that kind of perfection, there'd be no mountain left for me to conquer. I already have the thrill of a challenge. So glad you came over today. I'm having a little bit of a hard time sleeping the past couple nights. I'm sure you can relate. I think I need a nice, slow morning like this, just hanging out with you. As you start to dig in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. If they're even still doing it after last night. Wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and see how Rosalina's doing. Gretchen scoffs at the mention of Mayor Jimmy. Maybe my mayor right rear end. I certainly never voted for him. Gretchen said she didn't. You know what? I'm not even going to say that. Why is meeting the mayor such an exciting event for you? He's just a politician. How charming can he be? You'll see. Let's finish up and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Biscuits? I can't believe Stella's bringing the good stuff for all that lowlife. No need to let Stella know. No need to let Stella know Gretchen's thoughts on the matter. Shall we? I am so glad I can talk to animals. That's freaking awesome. I don't even want... It brings out such an interesting part of the story. Anyways, leaves one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was basically us hanging out with Stella the whole time, but I'm trying to keep the episodes for this below an hour, if I possibly can. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. Have a good one.